a lot of unknowns. It's very scary what's ahead of me. Hi ladies, thanks for stopping by. My name is Helen, and if you're new here, I just started this YouTube channel last year when I started my IVF journey. I am 40 years old and I have an extremely low AMH. And so I needed to get back-to-back egg retrievals in order to collect enough embryos so that I can have a chance at having 2 kids. All of last year, I did back-to-back retrievals and I was able to bank 7 embryos, 4 blastocysts, and 3 morulas. I went back to the States for the holidays and I just kind of chilled and hung out with my cats and my husband. This year, I am back in Korea for my embryo transfer. So I thought that I would talk to you today about what my doctor has been prescribing me to prep my body for FET. So my doctor already knew that I would be going back to the States to spend some time with my husband and just be at home for a couple of months before my embryo transfer. And so he prescribed some estrogen and baby aspirin pills ahead of time to take with me back to the States. And he actually told me to start taking it on the 2nd day of the cycle that I wanted to have the transfer. And so I started taking estrogen pills 3 times a day on day 2 of my cycle. So my estrogen pills, let me see if I can find them. It's called Progesterone, and they look like this. I didn't bring the box because the package because I was trying not to have too much stuff. But it's just basically birth control pills. It looks like this. I take 1 after breakfast, 1 after lunch, and 1 after dinner. During the dinner portion, I take baby aspirin along with the estrogen. I also took this out of the packaging, and so it's just in a little baggie, but I was able to rip off the label so that I can show you what it looks like. It's a very tiny pill. It's just baby aspirin, 100 milligrams. Starting day 2 of my cycle, I started taking those. And then I came to Korea, I think on day 8 of my cycle. And then 2 days later, on day 10 of my cycle, I went to the hospital for a checkup. I got an ultrasound and they could see that my uterine lining was at 7 millimeters, which is, you know, I was on track. My doctor told me that he wanted it to be between 8 millimeters and 12 millimeters in order for the transfer to happen. That day, he gave me a shot of estrogen in the butt, and that didn't hurt too bad. Actually, it didn't hurt at all, but the hormones did make me go a little crazy that day. I'm not gonna lie. I had never felt that way before in my life, and so I'll talk about that a little bit later. On day 15, I went back to the hospital and we did another ultrasound, and we could see that I was progressing pretty well. I was at 9.4 millimeters at that point, and so my doctor prescribed some progesterone for me, and that's in the form of both vaginal suppositories, which, oh my gosh, it's not my favorite, but I have to take that 3 times a day, and also self-administered shots just once a day. So let me show you that. So these are the suppositories. They're just vaginal capsules, 200 milligrams, and you insert it up your hoo-ha 3 times a day, once in the morning, sometime in the afternoon, and right before bed. There has to be at least 8 hours between each time that you take it. This one is a little uncomfortable. Let's just say that it gets kind of messy, so be prepared for that. Now, the progesterone shots do not come pre-filled, unfortunately. I was only used to pre-filled shots. I know that it's different with every brand, but during stimulation phase, when you're giving yourself the shots in the belly, some people have to like mix a cocktail, but for me, I always had my syringes pre-filled, so it was very convenient. This is the first time that I have to actually take it out of the vial. Can you see that? This is called Prolutex 25 milligram, and this is progesterone. It's a process because they gave me a bunch of syringes. I have to take out a syringe. Look at how thick the needle is. I don't know if you can see that. I have to stick it in the container and then take out all the liquid. And I have to change out the needle because that needle is way too thick to go inside my belly. And so I have to change it out to this very skinny one. So you can see that the needle is much thinner. And this is how thin it was during my stim shots. I tried giving myself my first shot this morning, and it was not painful at all during the shot. You definitely have to really press hard on the syringe and give yourself the shot very slowly because the consistency is very thick compared to the stim shots. But it didn't hurt that much because the needle is very thin. What I will say though is that it's very sore afterwards. Like I said, it's a thick consistency, and so when it goes inside your body, it just feels more sore. You can feel that there's something there, and my stomach was red and swollen. It was just a little bit uncomfortable, but totally doable. I have to give myself 1 shot every day. Those are the new drugs that I've been prescribed. I do have my transfer date set for next week. It's just in 5 days, so I'm super nervous but excited at the same time, and there's just a lot going on in my head right now, so wish me good luck. Let's talk about hormones, because I really feel like I have never felt this way before in my life. The mood swings are real. 1 minute I'll be happy, 1 minute I'll be really sad, I'll be crying, and then I'll be yelling at someone. So that's not me. Anyone that knows me knows that I'm pretty even-keeled and fairly calm. And so this is very different for me. I have zero control of my emotions right now. And of course, I can't expect everyone to understand my situation either. It has really been a challenge for me this time around navigating the hormones, because estrogen and progesterone have made me crazy. Stim shots were a lot easier for me. Hormones affect different people differently, but it's definitely been a challenge, and I'm just trying really hard to stay grounded, present, and focus on gratitude, because you start spiraling when your hormones are kind of not balanced. So yeah, it's been a lot, and a lot of changes, right? Because I literally had to come back to Korea on my own. I'm here without my husband. He had to take care of some stuff back at the home. So he's gonna come join me much later, towards the end of the month. And having to do this alone has been so difficult. One thing that has been really helpful is this affirmation that I've been repeating to myself all day, which is, it's happening for me, not to me. And it's just a reminder to slow down and realize that no matter what happens, it's for my highest good. And so I think I just need to let go and not try to control everything and just kind of go with the flow at this point. A lot of unknowns. It's very scary what's ahead of me, but I'm really trying to focus on the gratitude portion of all of this. I'm so grateful that there were so many things that went right to get to this point. My battery ran out. But anyway, I just want to say that I'm so super thankful for everyone's support. I'm so grateful for your prayers. Thank you so much for watching this video and sharing your story and listening to my story and being with me on this ride. I'll update you guys on everything that's going on. I update more in real time on my Instagram and the Facebook group that I shared in my description. So if you want to follow me there, then that would be great too. If you enjoyed this video, please like this video and subscribe to my channel and share this video with somebody that you think might need it. I'll keep everyone posted. Bye.